back in the day, when I was getting millions of views, I was over the moon. Like, I thought I was just that guy. I thought I was a famous lad and nobody could stop me. It's an adrenaline rush. It's like a dopamine hit. And when you go on your phone and you're just seeing likes, you're seeing comments, you're seeing views, people engaging, you feel like happy in some sort of way. But it's all just fake happiness. My name is Bakari Bronzo Garrow, commonly known as Mizzy on the internet. And I used to do a lot of pranks and stunts. And those pranks consisted of riding bikes in places, walking to the backs of shops, stealing pets, and just basic antisocial behavior. So when I started on TikTok, the first viral video I had wasn't even a prank. It was like a bus riding video. So I used to hold into the back of the bus, and then like while I was going, I was basically surfing it.
How are we doing this? How's he just driving, bro?
Yeah, that was the first viral video that happened probably in 2020 when I first started TikTok, and that got like 1 million views in a day. And then from there, I just started doing more like stunts. They weren't really pranks yet, they were just stunts, just me in public, just breaking the norm. It's an adrenaline rush. It's like a dopamine hit. And when you go on your phone and you're just seeing likes, you're seeing comments, you're seeing views, people engaging, you feel like happy in some sort of way. But it's all just fake happiness. It's just an illusion of social media, which is the biggest facade. And that's what happened to me. I decided to up the ante on my prank videos because I realized that in this controversy that I'm putting out there, people are engaging with it and it's gaining more likes, it's gaining more comments and views, and that all equals to money. Probably started in about early 2021. I started doing more prank style content because I was watching more prank YouTubers. Like, I've been watching prank YouTubers for a long time, but I decided to migrate into that style of content from early 2021. The first notable video I remember was probably me knocking on random people's doors and asking them for strange things like to use their shower, or asking them to have breakfast or stuff like that. And a lot of people might not like this one here, but I studied the laws in my country, so obviously I'm from the UK, innit? And a lot of the laws in the UK are different to what they would be in other countries, and this is why I got a reaction than people see in America. Because trespassing in the UK is a civil offence, innit? So if I was to walk to the back of a business or something, I can't get into trouble with it if they tell me to leave and I leave straight away. If I was to stay and not leave when they tell me to leave, that's when it turns into a criminal offence, and that's when you can get into trouble for it. So a lot of my videos involve trespassing, so that's when I was walking to the back of shops. I just walk to the back and just record them. I used to go to the back rooms, exploring the back rooms. I used to do stuff like that. And there was just a lot of content like that on TikTok that got views. I was gaining like 10 million views a day. I used to post about 6-7 times every hour.
Walking into random houses, let's go!
That was one of the stupidest things I could have ever done. But it made me who I am now, and now I'm trying to change for the better. The idea, I actually done it about 2 years prior. So the video, I recorded it around the 17th of May, I think, 2023. But I actually made that similar video to that type of content about a year or two before, where I walked into a Jewish people's house. You can probably find that video on the internet somewhere. And I walked into someone like a fan's house basically. And then one of my friends that I was with that day when I was recording YouTube videos just told me, oh, remember the video I used to make back in the day where he was walking into houses? I dare you to walk into this house. And then he pointed to a door and it was open. And I was like, I wasn't thinking of the repercussions, I wasn't thinking of anything, because I was like, I've done this before, so let me just do it again. Like, I wasn't thinking about anything that was going to happen to me. I was just thinking this was a good content. So I've walked into the house now, and yeah, it just took off from there. All my videos were 100% real until I got my CBO. So when I walked into that random house, a couple of days later, I must have got arrested due to the public uproar. But obviously, I didn't even get arrested because of that. I basically had a community protection notice from a year beforehand, so in 2022, that prevented me from harassing or causing distress to members in my area, which is Hackney, innit? And the video was recorded in Hackney. So they couldn't get me on trespassing because, like I said, trespassing is a civil offence. So they got me on breach of my community protection notice. So then I went court, they found me guilty of that, and then they gave me a criminal behaviour order, which is my CBO, which prevented me from recording people without documented consent. It prevented me from basically posting any types of videos without getting written or recorded consent. So every video from after I got that, I started staging them now, because I was like, cool, I've got the buzz from the real pranks. No one's gonna know if it's real or fake now. That's when I walked into another house again. Remember that video where I was knocking things from the shop? That was staged as well, because obviously I knew the shopkeeper, so I just paid him to be in the video. There was probably a couple other videos that were staged as well. I don't really like that, because then it takes away the whole fun to the actual prank. But then at the end of the day, if you're doing more crazier things, it makes sense to make it staged, so then you're not hurting anyone and you're not getting arrested for it. I can tell you the truth, I posted the video And the video went viral, but I didn't even know because I'm not a consumer of content. Once I post a video on the internet, I come off and just live my normal life. I don't really watch my social medias like that. So I didn't even deep it was blowing up viral till one of my friends said, hey, look, you're on I'm Just Bait. So then I checked on my Instagram and I was just going through my feed and I was just seeing me like walking into a house video. And then I checked my TikTok and it was on like 2 million views in like 3 hours or something like that. And it was just going crazy on Twitter. Someone posted it got like 10 million views in a couple of hours. And then from there, I just started picking up heat. I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know, because I don't read comments in it. So I was happy at the start because I didn't know the actual damages of what I done. So yeah, for the walking into houses, I got arrested for literally breach of community protection notice, which was basically do you know what ASBO is? Like in the UK, we have something called an anti-social behaviour order, which is basically stop doing what you're doing, like you're causing a nuisance to the public, basically. And they give you a couple of those, then they give you a community protection notice, which is basically a heavier, don't do it, like what you did. And then if you break that, they give you the criminal behaviour order, and that says, listen, we've given you too much chances, next time you mess up, you're going to jail, basically.
Hi.
You got a nice dog.
Sorry?
You got a nice dog.
She's lovely, she's family dog. Don't run away.
Doing gang, whole lot of gangs. We outside.
Probably stealing that old lady's dog, but there was a genuine reason behind it. And even if when I do explain it, people are gonna be like, so that doesn't give you an excuse to do it. And I know, but there was still a reason behind it. So me and my friends were chilling in the park. It was a nice sunny day. We're sitting in the grass and we're eating some chips, and this dog just kept coming towards us. And then we seen the lady who the dog belonged to, and we've told her, can you tell your dog to stop coming over? We're trying to eat our food. And she's like, oh, sorry. And then I basically made a joke saying, oh, if your dog comes again, I'm gonna steal your dog, yeah. She realized who I was because I said that, and I was like right basically next to her. She was like, oh, my grandson watches your TikTok. A lot of people know me from my area, so she did have she knew who I was. So then I made that joke and I sat back down, and the dogs come and took the whole chips to run off. I'm like to my friend, should I do it? Because this is the content. And at this time, this was before I even walked into that house. So at this time, I was still popping, I was circulating around, and I didn't have no controversy behind me. So I didn't think, oh, this is gonna go bad. So then I took the dog, went like literally down the road, then ended the video and then gave it back to him. And then there's also a video on the internet of me apologising and giving her back the dog. Funny still, but there's always context behind things. And not everyone sees the bigger picture on the internet. Funny enough, like I said, I don't really use social media like that. So it was my solicitor. She called me and she was like, you're gonna have to turn yourself into the police station. Oh, for what? And then she was like, you know for what? It's all over the news. And then that's when I instantly hopped on Twitter and I searched my name in, and then I saw it going crazy. I was trending #1 on Twitter. Like, I didn't use Twitter until that point. So I was trending. I was like, bro, I need to hop on a bandwagon. I made a Twitter account. And then they issued basically a warrant for me. When I came out of court, the day I got the CBO, Piers Morgan's team reached out to me through email. They were like, I will get you a cab right now. Can you come to the studio? We want you on live TV on Piers Morgan first. Obviously, they had a hidden agenda. I had no media training. I literally just come out of court. So they wanted to catch me when I had least expectation of what's going to happen. I didn't even know Piers Morgan at the time. I just heard national TV and I was just like, yeah, clout. I sat down trying to prepare myself, and then randomly he just started. So then the interviews happened, and then the end of the interview, he's literally like, yeah, we're finished here, you can go. Yeah, he just wanted to hop on the bandwagon, and he just basically wanted to exploit me for views, because he didn't offer any support, he didn't offer any help. He just wanted to be fiery at me so he could have a reaction from me, because he knew that I was going to be fiery back and he would get good content. Prison's not a nice place. When you're confined behind 4 walls for basically 23 hours a day, it starts to get to you, and you get a lot of free time, and you start to think and realize to yourself where you went wrong and how you need to change and make for the better for yourself, because you don't want to end up back in that place. But yes, prison is not a good place, especially in the UK. And even if I did go to a young offenders prison, it would have been way worse, because I feel like the youth in the UK are ruthless. The UK is glamorized as this nice looking country, but in the deep depths of the UK, in the London parts, someone's dying every day, and there's not a lot of things out there for the youth. There's not a lot of opportunities, so it's just an everlasting cycle of rather being in knife crime, being in selling drugs, or doing something that's but detrimental for society. And then they end up in a cycle where they're going to prison, coming out of prison with no prospects, no jobs, and then doing the same thing, and then going back into prison, and then it's an everlasting cycle. So I then made it my decision to change up for the better and make better decisions in life. Well, right now I've got a couple projects in the works right now. I'm not trying to speak too hot because actions speak louder than words, but I'm gonna start a company called Pattern Up, and obviously Pattern Up is a slang in the UK, which is basically fix up. Also, I'm gonna start and to do some more like talks to the youth and that, and use my platform to spread like my experience on suffering through mental health and going to jail and being raised in the hood basically. But I'm banned from posting videos until November 2025. So until then, I'm just trying to work on my personal life, trying to make things better there. And when I do come back, I want to start doing music, boxing, and just other influence-related tasks. To be honest, I got a message for young people who are trying to change their life around. And essentially my message to young people is simply to embrace the journey of change with courage and determination, and recognize that the path is going to be challenging, because look at my life, but every step forward is a victory, and sometimes you got to take 6 steps back to go 10 steps forward. You got to stay focused on your goals and never underestimate the power of your own potential, but believe in yourself and let your aspirations be the driving force towards a better future.